Amor incrementum, join us in nature's caressing hold. Level 499, Terrestrial Paradise, Survival Difficulty, Class 1, Safe, Secure, Minimal Entity Count. Image caption, a sculpture found within Level 499. Description, Level 499 is a complex maze where a variety of settings seem to have crashed together. The forests, caves, jungles, and adobe structures clip in and out of each other, bending and blending to create a complex whole. Brick halls abruptly peter off into woodlands. Large rivers cut through catacombs. The only thing consistent about the level is the multitude of vines and other plants that cover the walls and fill every crack in the stone. The level extends vertically as well as horizontally, not just in the way of multiple layers, but in the way that some sections of the level ignore conventional orientation, with doorways in the ceiling and forests growing upside down. Even bodies of water seem to disobey the laws of gravity, allowing for streams to flow up and ponds to occupy large craters in the walls and ceiling. Wanderers traversing the level are not so lucky, however, as they only experience gravity in one direction, down. Despite large portions of the level taking place in natural settings, such as forests and rivers, no part of the level is truly, quote-unquote, outside. At all points, if one travels high enough, they will eventually come across some sort of ceiling or other structure. This means that the level has no natural light, except for the, quote-unquote, ghost lights. Aside from the plants, the ghost lights are the only semblance of native life on the level, though some wanderers consider them more of a natural feature than an entity, since they haven't shown any clear signs of sentience. The ghost lights are orange orbs of light that float aimlessly throughout the level and emit light comparable to a torch or flashlight. They are extremely prevalent in the level, which means that in much of the level there is enough light to clearly see the path ahead. There are, however, several unexplained voids where there are either very few ghost lights or a complete absence of them. These areas are extremely dangerous, as the unpredictable architecture of the level makes it very easy for wanderers to get lost, or fall into lower portions of the level, should the various holes and checkpoints be hidden by the darkness. Level 499 is also home to the religious group of interest Amor Incrementum. Due to the vast size of the level, and the elusiveness of this group, much of their inner workings are completely unknown to the Meg, but investigations are ongoing. Relevant documents. 2. Overseer A. Ashley Blanchett, Science Fiction Team. From Ophelia T. Robinson, Science Fiction Team. Subject. Research notes on plant life of Level 499. Date. 10/15/22. To Overseer A and Team Captain Blanchett. Here is the update from your request to thoroughly investigate the plant samples from Level 499 provided by MX Rizal, as shown below. Image caption, plant samples from Level 499. Unfortunately, some of the plant samples upon arrival at Base Beta Laboratory have wilted. I would like to reach out to MX Rizal personally, and also temporarily transfer to Base Omega to make plant sample exchange more efficient, since Amor Incrementum's only other presence is in Level 4, Abandoned Office. Attached below is the full research document, including observations on the properties of the plant life in the level. Sincerely, Ophelia T. Robinson, Science Fiction Team Researcher, 499plantsamplenotes.docs. Level 499 is a level brought to the attention of the Meg by Maya Chua Rizal, a current member of Amor Incrementum, who is also providing the Meg with information on the level and the GOI residing in it. Multiple plant life samples have been provided by Rizal for research purposes. Overseer A assigned the Science Fiction Team, Team Ashley, to investigate the properties of the plant life, which will aid Rizal and the Meg's investigation into Amor Incrementum and Level 499. Research on the plant samples has been done through thorough observation of the healthy plant sample under a light microscope. Observation of deceased plant samples was not possible due to them seemingly disintegrating when dried. 3 different plants were used with additional information from Rizal, noting that these plants are samples of the crops which make up the majority of the diet for a member of Amor Incrementum. Samples taken from these 3 plants are designated AI-1, AI-2, and AI-3 respectively. AI-1 has the appearance of a red shallot with long leaves and roots. The plant, when harvested, appears as multiple bulbs attached to one another. Taking a sample from the plant provided shows that AI-1's cell structure is similar to an onion, Allium kepa, as observed below. Image caption, cells from the AI-1 sample. AI-2 has the appearance of a root crop, similar to sweet potatoes. Iopia batatas, which are native to level 499. When cut up, a noticeable observation is that the tuber secretes a semi-viscous substance. Putting a sample of the tuber under the microscope shows that the plant cells are almost identical to animal cells, rather than those of a normal plant. And, when looking more closely at the substance, it can be seen that the specimen has cells similar to that of red blood cells and white blood cells, though there are no platelets, unlike what is found in normal animal blood. Image caption: cells from the AI-2 sample. Image caption: sample of the substance found in AI-2 under a microscope. Note the cells similar to red blood cells and white blood cells. AI-3 is the portion of a root from one of the trees native to level 499. Specification not given. Further classification needed. Similar to AI-2, the sample shows a number of both healthy and deceased animal cells. A possibility is that the root cells have not broken down yet. When inspecting the inside of the root, there seem to be vein-like structures inside it. Cutting one open causes it to secrete the same semi-viscous substance as AI-2. Image caption: sample of the substance found in AI-2 under a microscope. Note the cells similar to red blood cells and white blood cells. AI-3 is the portion of a root from one of the trees native to level 499. Specification not given. Further classification needed. Similar to AI-2, the sample shows a number of both healthy and deceased animal cells. A possibility is that the root cells have not broken down yet. When inspecting the inside of the root, there seem to be vein-like structures inside it. Cutting one open causes it to secrete the same semi-viscous substance as AI-2. Image caption: visible veins on a cut-up sample from AI-3. With this, a possible explanation for the nature of the supposed plants like AI-2 and AI-3 is that they are not plant life, but animal life. This also implies that these plants do not undergo photosynthesis. As for AI-1s being normal shallots, I would like to be able to ask Rizal if plants outside of level 499 have propagated inside the level. Further research needs to be done on the plant life of level 499. It is recommended that more plant samples be studied, with studies mostly focusing on native plants in level 499. If it is possible, the MEG needs to be in close communication with Rizal. 2. Ophelia T. Robinson, Science Fiction Team. From Ashley Blanchett, Science Fiction Team. Subject: Research notes on the various plant life of level 499. Date: 10/17/22. 2. Mrs. Robinson. Your request to be temporarily moved to Base Omega has been approved. However, as per Overseer A's request, you have to be accompanied by another member of a MEG science fiction team alongside Elijah Makarig of Team Lavender from Level 11, the city that never sleeps. Good luck with your endeavors, Ophelia. Regards, Ashley Blanchett, Science Fiction Team Captain. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Certain hallways in Level 4, Abandoned Office, lead to the level, with the walls and floor of the office building slowly transforming into forests or tunnels. When traveling through Level 135, Skazka, one may occasionally come across holes in the ground, which will exit into various parts of Level 499. In the ocean of Level 134, Tales of the Sea, one may come across holes in the ground, which lead to various rivers and ponds in Level 499. Despite the fact that the water flows between the two levels through these passageways, no bodies of water in Level 499 have ever shown signs of saltwater contamination. Exits. Though it's difficult to pinpoint where exactly the crossing occurs, wanderers have reported entering certain forests in Level 499 and emerging from Level 62, Jungle Backyard, on the other side. Some tunnels exit into large deserts, which are a part of Level 648, Apocryphal City of Masks. After entering these deserts, wanderers have reported turning around only to find no trace of the tunnel they had just emerged from. On the ceilings of some forests in Level 499, there are holes which open into the ground of Level 39, Enchanted Forest, when climbed through. A hallway constructed from reddish-brown mud bricks contains a door which leads to Level 499.1. No data currently available.